Hey everyone, today I want to show you how I install a new WordPress website using the free version of MAMP. So I have MAMP installed, I have the server running, and the first thing I want to do is go to my htdocs folder. So when you install MAMP on a Mac, you'll go to Applications, MAMP, and then htdocs. Htdocs is the root of where you would keep all of your WordPress websites, or really any website that you have that requires a local server. And to make this a little easier, we can take this and just drag it right over to the sidebar. So I have it nice and handy. And then in the sidebar, I'm going to go ahead and I have a version of WordPress already downloaded from wordpress.org called WordPress 5.8. So I'll just go ahead and unzip this. And it automatically creates a directory called WordPress. I'm going to rename this example-site, just to keep things simple. Next on the terminal, we want to log into MySQL, and before we can do that, we have to cd into that directory. So I'm going to go to Applications /MAMP/library/bin. Now, that's the default location. If it's in a different place for you, first check to see where the document root of htdocs is. And we can go back to Applications, MAMP, htdocs. Here we have library and we have bin. So this is where it should be for you as well. And then we can type in MySQL user root. Whoop, I typed that in wrong. That's password root. There we go. Now we can say show databases, semicolon, and we can see all of the databases already installed on MAMP. Now, in order to install a new database, I'm going to have all of this down in the description below, but I'm going to copy and paste some things onto the terminal here, and we'll talk about what these are. So we're basically saying create a database called example database with the default character set of UTF-8 and then COLLATE UTF-8 Unicode CI. Next, we're going to say create a user called example user at localhost identified by, and this is normally where a password would go. However, I'm going to leave this blank because I'm working locally, so I'm not going to password protect this. You would obviously password protect this if you are on a server, but locally I'm not doing that. Next, we want to grant some privileges to the user for that particular database. So we say grant all on the example database to the example user at localhost. Now we can say show databases, and we can see that our example database has been created. Next, we want to say flush privileges, which updates the privileges. And then we can say exit. Next, we're going to go over to our installation of WordPress, and we're going to connect that instance of WordPress to the database and the user that we just created. In VS Code, we're going to take wp-config sample and open this up, and we want to save as wp-config. So remove the sample. Our database name is example database. Our database username is example user, and we did not set a password. So I will go ahead and save this. Now I can go over to the browser and I'll type in localhost And everything that you'll see here is what is actually in our htdocs folder. So if I click on example site, now WordPress is asking us to go ahead and install the actual database, or rather the tables in the database that we just created. So we'll click continue, and I'm going to name this example site. I'll use my name as a username. And I'm going to go ahead and type in a password that I know is a little bit weak, but that's okay because I'm working locally. And then I'm going to type in my email address. This is going to be the administrator email address. And then I'm going to install WordPress. And now I can log in. And voila, we have installed WordPress. We can go to the front end of our site, and we are free to work and develop locally. This is really a beautiful thing, and you can put as many websites as you want into the root of localhost once you understand how to create additional databases and then connect those WordPress websites to your newly created databases. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel before you go.